It's May 16th. I'm just on the other side of Wheeler Crest from Bishop, California. I'm still thinking we're in a pandemic lockdown. I think I'm actually in the John Muir wilderness, but I was able to drive my motorcycle maybe a half mile away from here. And I'm just out trying to get some exercise, fresh air, and some camping. And I brought the big tent only because last week I was so cold, and they're calling for heavy winds, stronger winds than last week. You wouldn't know it now, but I think the next 2 nights are going to be a little heavier with weather. So I brought the 4-season tent just to keep the wind out and stay warm. So I went to the dispensary for the first time. It's legal to buy marijuana in California. And it's kind of fun shopping for paraphernalia, weed, marijuana, because I've been hiding all my life while smoking it. So I bought a package called Littles, which is a mainstream. I think they're flower buds and not strong. And I also bought an 1/8 of the Littles. It's right here. For $20-some, $28 with tax. And then I asked if the guy had any organic. And if it's organic, it's going to have the USDA organic stamp on it. He referred me to something that wasn't organic, but he said it was the closest to it. So it was a gram called Willie, or the Willie, for $7. I haven't tried that yet. But the Littles, I tried for the first time today. It was well worth it. we'll let you know about the Willie. So this is a place with animals. I've seen bear signs over this way. So I brought the bear can. And I brought the beer cans. Hey. Full Sail Citrus Maxima. Old man is forever young. Animals. I peed on this rock. I just pelted that rock with pee so my smell would get around. And here my bag is just, it's just hanging right here on the tree. You know, I'm sure they'll smell me regardless. I think why I like doing the bag on the tree is these things kind of move around and it's not a normal thing to see. The motion of like things hanging from a bag. So I want to attract attention to my presence before any animals get too close. This crazy thing happened. I lifted my cycle visor while I was driving for just a fraction of a second, and a bee comes in and gets me right there. Right there. I don't know if you can see. I pulled over and I went like that, and I saw the stinger fall, and right now it feels like somebody punched me. Like right there. Lucky it didn't get my eye. And lucky there was no allergic reaction. The raven still wants to come for dinner. Come on. Dinner. Summer sausage. Potatoes. Yeah. He's flying around. Mac and cheese. And this was a kind of a crazy bonus. These are beet stems. Okay? Swiss, very similar to Swiss chard stems. And these things rock. Don't let them pass you up, because slice them up like onions or celery. They add such a character to the dinner. I also have these dehydrated cherry tomatoes. My friend the raven approves. Last of the coffee. I needed that today. Man, that bee sting just messed me up. It feels like it's like to the bone right here. It all hurts, and like the surface itches, and I have a headache. Nice big trees up here. And what's really cool is there are shelves all over, and like this little pond or lake down there, just tucked everywhere with a strip of meadow surrounding the water. And last night I heard the ducks come in. It was nice. And here's this faint trail, which I saw some footprints, probably just a day or two old. Somebody's been out here. And here's a place I've been before. It's kind of humorous. There are etchings, and this is a woman with a big dress and shoes. She's well developed on top here, with looks like feathers, and another one here. Looks like another woman. I'm calling this trail the Trail of Etchings, okay, because there are probably some that I haven't seen yet. Okay, it's most likely my drinking water. Just gonna hop over, I guess, somewhere. And not much water this year. There's a tarn way over there. With no real plan other than to follow this watershed over here to look for a camp over there. It's dry this year. I've got the creek I crossed, or tarns back there, which I don't really want to get water from. Guess I'm just sort of wandering for some inspiration. I'd like to see the mountains from camp. I don't know if I'll get that. It's an amazing place just to wander through the forests. Every small area you come through is different. And so I might just gravitate to a place that I've been to before. The fact is, the creek is this way and the mountains are that way, so I can't get lost. Haven't been going all that long. There's no sign of the trail. I must have been following a wash. And so I'm just avoiding snow, avoiding steep slopes, and avoiding the alder. Kind of afraid of this. I don't know where that lake is. The creek has got to be coming down from this way. So I'm thinking over there. It's become an adventure. Crossing the boulder moraine. I wanted to hold on to this camera good and tight. And here's a tarn, some water. Hey, I got some water now. Worst case scenario. I'm just gonna edge around the lake over to that sage ridge right there. And I think that's the area that I'm looking for. It's great. And a big bird. I just walked right into this big bird's area. I'm pretty sure it was an owl. And it flew away through the trees. And I followed its direction around to this place. This is it right here. Here's the trail. It looks like people have been walking it. It's my thread now. Back easily. And the creek here, man, is just almost dry. Hardly anything in there. I know there's water up here though. And I think my zone is over here. This is exactly where I put my tent last time, because this right here is the perfect wind block. This is my zone. It's pretty amazing how well protected it is by these trees and boulders. And I got motivated. Gonna have some blueberry tea. Clouds are getting close, bigger. Not here yet. I was relieved to finally get here. Well, that's nice and warm. I need that. And I sure did puff up. And look at this out here. I heard it. It snowed out here. Look at this. It's still snowing. It's crazy. I'm just gonna bail out right now, back to the motorcycle. See if it starts. I don't know if I want to drive on this snow. And most likely it's higher in elevation. And the more I go down, I won't see much of it. So I'm having some coffee. Kind of just thinking about it, taking it slow. So when I was packing up, I sort of had to think through a good plan to keep everything dry and do it quickly. My rainfly, it's on the back because it's wet and it's going to be wet. Kind of want to keep the things inside my pack dry. And this is just pretty stunning. And right now I don't think there's too much snow on the road to ride that motorcycle, but I gotta see if it starts. Boy, that sun feels good. I'm down out of the snow zone, just above Swall Meadows. There's kind of a saddle on the northern end of Wheeler Ridge. The bike wouldn't start on its own, and there was just a small grade where I parked it that I pushed it up, and the second time down it started. It's just cold-blooded. You know, with some sun shining on it, it would start. I'm just gonna chill here for a minute. It's nice to be in the sun. I'm really glad I had that 4-season tent last night. That wind was strong. I've got some new Frog Tog pants, jacket, rain gear. Essential for this ride out this morning. And I'm breaking in some new boots. Vask. Still wish I had taller military style boots to here. Things go in those boots. Twigs and rocks and whatnot. But I'm breaking these in for some serious backcountry travel this summer. Yes, yes.